going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, very, very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Yes, sir. All right, Phillies are taking on the Miami Marlins tonight. Marlins are 29-52. They ended up winning last night's game against the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies had a 3-0 lead, and that was erased in the seventh inning. And not only was the lead erased, and not only did the Phillies lose the game specifically, but they also ended up losing Kyle Schwarber due to a calf strain, and also Bryce Harper. And they are both on the IL for the Phillies, and those definitely are big losses. So not so good in regards to the Philadelphia Phillies. But yeah, so anyhow, they will be taking on Kyle Tyler, not Kyle Tucker, Kyle Tyler, that is, and they'll be taking on the Miami Marlins as well. So the Phillies will be underway in just a few moments. Why is this not clear? Give me 1 second. JJ with my favorite jersey. Good start. Yes, sir. For some reason, the TV's not working now. It just went out. So bear with me for a second. I'm going to take a very quick break and try to figure out what's going on with the cable over here. So don't go anywhere. I will be right back, I promise, in just a few moments. Alrighty, we're back in action. Sorry about that. The cable, for some reason, stopped working, and I think that it's turning on right now. So if it doesn't turn on and if it doesn't work, then we have another plan. But let's see how this is. So there's already 2 outs. We're in the top of the first inning. Phillies, again, are taking on the Miami Marlins. apologize about the technical difficulties. And yes, so the Phillies are in action. We're heading to the bottom of the first inning. Actually, sorry, we're in the top of the first. There's 2 outs with no balls and 2 strikes, and the pitch, and Berger is able to beat that one out. It was an infield single. So already 8 pitches by Cristopher Sanchez, and Berger gets on with the single. Trey Turner tried to throw it on over to first, and it was not in time. Apologize again about the cable difficulties, but here we are. All right, so there's 2 outs and a runner over at first. The lineup for the Marlins, you got Brian De La Cruz, Josh Bell, Jake Berger, Dane Myers, Otto Lopez, Tim Anderson, Emmanuel Rivera, Vidal Brujan, and Ali Sanchez. The pitch taken all the way to Dane Myers for strike 1. Phillies are in their City Connect uniforms. And the 0-1 is swung on and missed. There we go. All right, so good. We're in action. Myers hitting .228. Ends up with 1 homer so far on the season. And also has 10 RBI. The 0-1 swinging them and a foul ball. As we mentioned before, Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper got injured in last night's game, and they are both on the injured list. So they're going to be missing a little bit of time for the Phillies. We'll obviously keep you updated on when we hear reports on how things are going. The ball's 2 strikes. And the pitch on the way, bouncing ball foul towards the third base side. Paul Casella tweeted out that Harper, Schwarber, and JT, who are all on the injured list, have accounted for 45% of the Phillies' home runs and 32% of their RBI. Pitch, and that's taken low for a ball. So there's 2 outs, and a runner over at first. That's Jake Berger. Brian De La Cruz ended up striking out. Then Josh Bell grounded out to third. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. The second strikeout of the ball game by Cristopher Sanchez. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. We head to the bottom of the first. Phillies coming up to bat. Okay. Why is this not correct? So, yeah. I don't know why all of a sudden we had, like, cable problems. That was really, really weird. It was very strange. I don't like this. This is bugging me. There we go. That's better. All right. Cristopher Sanchez strikes out 2 and gets a person to ground out over to third. That was Josh Bell. All right, so we head to the bottom of the first. The Phillies lineup with Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper out. It looks really different. It's a different team. So you got Bryson Stott batting in the leadoff spot. He's playing over at second base. Trey Turner, the shortstop, is batting second. Alec Bohm, the third baseman, is hitting third. Then Brandon Marsh is batting in the cleanup spot. He's out in right field today. Nick Castellanos will be the designated hitter. He's batting fifth. Cody Clemens got called back up by the Phillies, and he's over at first base. And then you got Whit Merrifield playing out in left field, batting seventh. Hitting eighth will be Garrett Stubbs. He's the catcher behind the plate. And batting ninth is Johan Rojas. So he's out in center field. So the lineup, again, it's Stott, Turner, Bohm, Marsh, Castellanos, Clemens, Merrifield, Stubbs, and Rojas. And they're going to have to face Kyle Tyler, okay? Phillies are looking into going after Kyle Tucker. This is obviously not the same guy. Tucker, of course, plays for the Astros. But Kyle Tyler this season for the Miami Marlins, well, he's been a guy that has, you think about all the problems that the Marlins had with their pitching and them losing a lot of guys. Well, Kyle Tyler has just pitched in one start. He's gone 6 innings. He has a 4.5 ERA. And his last start, which was his only start, that was on June 23rd against the Mariners. The pitch to Stott, and he takes it way outside for a ball. Stott hitting .242. Uh-oh. Oh, I never started the recording. We've been streaming the whole time. 1-0 pitch, and that's taken for ball 2. Just started the recording. I've never done that before. Usually record and I stream at the same time. 2-0 pitch, and that's taken on the outside edge of the plate for strike 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Stop batting in the leadoff spot. Then you got Trey Turner batting second. Alec Bohm hitting third. Brandon Marsh in the cleanup spot, and Castellanos fifth in the pitch, and that's taken for ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Bryson Stott. Kyle Tyler is on the mound. He's 27 years old. He's from Oklahoma City. He's a right-handed pitcher. 3-1 pitch, and Stott's going to shoot this one out over to center field. On the run is the center fielder, and he makes the sliding catch. Vidal Brujan just sort of rolled over as he was jogging on in towards the plate. That was quite a play. And he takes away a base hit by Bryson Stott. That was a nice play by him. He rolled over as soon as he made the catch. What an athlete. So Stott lines out the center, and Turner is up to bat. And Turner is going to take a strike. It's a cutter at 92 miles per hour. Think about just Brujan as an athlete. You know, he's really fast. Absolutely fast. The 0-1 check swing. Did Turner go? And the first base umpire, Nate Tomlinson, says yes. One out, bottom of the first. Turner at the plate. And the 0-2 is taken downstairs for a ball. Marlins are in their gray tops, gray bottoms. They have the blue Miami just around the chest. The Marlins logo just on the left side of the arm. The 1-2 pitch. Broken back ground ball hit over to second base, and the toss over to first by Otto Lopez is in plenty of time for a 4-3 ground out. And now Bohm is coming up to bat. Phillies are home tonight. Once again, this is the start, or the second game, I should say, of a 4-game set. Marlins ended up winning the first game by a score of 7-4. 2 outs, bases empty. Here's Bohm, and the pitch is taken up high and inside for ball 1. I got you, Liz. What's up, Junior? What's going on, man? Thank you so much. 1 ball, no strikes. Bohm at the plate, batting .301, and he takes it just a little bit outside. It was a cutter at 91. Going to see a lot of cutters today from this guy. He's really effective with those types of pitches. Kyle Tyler, by the way, started off his major league career in 2021 with the Angels. And the 2-0 pitch fouled away. Just pitched in 5 games that year at a 2.92 ERA. 6 strikeouts and 6 walks. And then in 2022, he was on the Padres. Didn't play last year in the majors, but he got called up by the Marlins about a week ago. 2-1. That's wide for ball 3. Alec Bohm, the National League leader in RBI, with 65. That's 1 more than Marcell Ozuna, 4 more than Shohei Ohtani, and right now 7 more than Bryce Harper. 3-1 pitch. And there's a ground ball hit over to third. Rivera plays it on 2 bounces and throws it over to first. And Bohm is retired. 1, 2, 3, go the Phils. And we head to the top of the second. No score at the bank. We're going to be right back in just a few moments. Alrighty, thank you all so much for being here. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. If you guys wouldn't mind doing so, hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. Appreciate you all for bearing with us with the technical difficulties that we had. The cable just randomly, everything was working, and then as soon as I went live, it just stopped, which was really, really weird. So, top of the second, we're in action. Cristopher Sanchez on the mound, and the pitch is taken all the way for a ball. Otto Lopez at the plate for the Marlins, hitting .250, batting on the right side, 3 homers, 19 RBI, and the 1-0 pitch, ground ball back over towards the mound. Sanchez has it, runs over towards first, and tosses it over to Cody Clemens, and it's in plenty of time for out number 1. Defensively for the Phillies today, in the infield, well, first let's start off at the catcher position. So you got Garrett Stubbs, a catcher behind the plate. He's the battery to Cristopher Sanchez. And in the infield, you got Clemens at first, Stott's at second, Bohm is at third, and Turner's at short. Here's Tim Anderson, the shortstop, as he pokes this one over towards the right side. Stott has it, though, gobbles it up and throws it over to first again for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down on just a couple of pitches. Phillies outfield, they got Whit Merrifield in left, Johan Rojas in center, and the right fielder is Brandon Marsh. Castellanos is the designated hitter. Berger's the guy that got the only hit so far for the Marlins. That was a 2-out infield single in the top of the first. First pitch here is inside and low. Manuel Rivera, of course, went to the World Series last year with the Arizona Diamondbacks. And he fouls off the next pitch to even up the count at 1 apiece. Phillies are the first game today. Next game will be Nationals and Rays, and that game will get started at 6:50. 1-1. And there's a bouncing ball that's deflected off the glove of Sanchez, but Stott has it and throws it over to first. And the inning is over. How about just less than 5 pitches in this inning by Cristopher Sanchez? Just a very quick, clean inning, and we head to the bottom of the second, still scoreless. That's going to go down as a 1-4-3 ground out. It's bounced off the glove of Sanchez. It was a high play, and then Stott was right there to back him up. What's going on, man? What's up, everybody? Me personally, I'm not a fan of the Philly Connect uniforms, but I saw photos of them in red instead of the blue, and those looked much better to me. I'm not a fan of, personally speaking, if you were to ask me which one I like better, I actually do like the blue. The red kind of reminds me a little bit more, and I'm not trying to be negative or anything, but it does make me think of ketchup. And the Phillies red is not ketchup. It's not ketchup red. It's a bright red. And so, yeah, like, red is red, but if they're going to get it right, it has to be the right type of a red. Does that make sense? Maybe that's just me. What's up, Hardcore? What's going on? Bottom of the second coming up. The Castellanos will be batting second in this inning. It'll be Marsh, Castellanos, and Clemens. So, in case you are just tuning in, Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber are both on the injured list. Schwarber ended up leaving the game with a calf strain last night. And Bryce Harper, it was a right hamstring. Got injured on the last play of the game. Was grabbing onto it as he was trying to run down first. Jason agrees with me. Here's Brandon Marsh. He'll be leading things off against Kyle Tyler. And Marsh takes it low. It's a beautiful sunny day out at Citizens Bank Park. 79 degrees. Whole lot of sunshine at the bank, so that's a good thing. 1-0 pitch, fly ball, hit out over to right field, and that's going to go over the head of Myers. Over towards the wall, Marsh can fly, he'll jog on into second base, standing up. And there's a stand-up double to start off the bottom of the second. There you go. That's how you start off the inning, and he was just able to square it up. Got a pitch that was left hanging, and Marsh able to pull it and slope it out to right field and give the Phillies a leadoff double. Final score predictions? Comment that down below. Comment your final score predictions down below. Here's Castellanos looking to drive in a run here. His average at 222. And the pitch to Casty, swing and a miss. He got a curveball. That ended up being at the knees, but he was certainly early on it. 11 homers, 39 knock-ins for Castellanos. And a .379 on-base percentage. The 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss again. So, time called by Tyler. And Castellanos wanted to take a quick step out of the box. Phillies are 15. They say that they're 15-10 over their last 25. Oh, that's over their last 25 games. 0-2 pitch. Ground ball down the right field line, and it is a foul ball. They're 18-7 over their last 25 home games, the Phils. DeJounte Murray just got traded to the Pelicans, according to Woj. For all those NBA fans out there. Next pitch is taken for a ball. We got a $2 donation from Jason Hess. Thank you so much. Marsh double. That's all he has to say. Cool. Thank you, man. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, foul. Money line today for Miami. It's at plus 235 on FanDuel. For the Phillies, it's at minus 330. The over-under is at 6.5 runs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Marsh leads off at second. And the pitch is tapped foul by Castellanos. Got a slider and just was able to get a little piece of it. I know that the Marlins aren't home, but in case you are wondering, over their last 25 home games, they're 13-12. And over their last 25 games, they're 10-15. 1-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Castellanos couldn't catch up to the slider, and he has to walk back to the Phillies dugout. That's the first strikeout today by Tyler. Now it's Cody Clemens coming up for the Phils. Hitting .256 this season with 3 homers and 10 RBI. Marsh is over at second. In the pitch, that's taken for a ball. Vance Barksdale calling the balls and the strikes behind the plate. You got Nate Tomlinson over at first. Nick Lentz is at second. And Emil Jimenez, third base umpire. The pitch was not a ball to Clemens, but the Phillies will take it. 1-0 pitch, fly ball, hit out over to left field, and having just enough room is De La Cruz, and he'll make the catch just at the track. Marsh wants to test out the arm. The throw is cut off, and Marsh is able to slide into third base. So somewhat of a productive out. According to Shams, Pelicans are moving Larry Nance Jr. and 2 first-round picks to the Hawks for DeJounte Murray. That's the trade. So now it's Whit Merrifield's turn to come up to bat. And the pitch is taken all the way for a strike. It was on the top third part of the zone to Merrifield. What's average at 191. 3 homers, 9 RBI as well. And the pitch misses inside and low for a ball. Dyson Daniels is also a part of the deal as well, according to Shams. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bottom of the second. Phillies threatening with a runner at third, and the pitch to Merrifield. Ground ball it over to shortstop. Anderson gobbles it up, throws it over to first, and Merrifield is out. And that's that. So, just a leadoff double by Brandon Marsh and nothing else to it. And we head to the top of the third. No score at the bank. We got another donation, a $5 donation from Junior in Indy. What's going on, man? Thanks for calling the games, he says. Thank you for the $5 super chat, man. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Appreciate that very, very much. I'm getting cable next week, but I'll still listen. I think that's cool, man. That's really cool. I was going to say something else, but it has nothing to do with the cable. Didn't have anything to do with that. So, yeah, DeJounte Murray got traded. The Hawks got 2 first-round picks. Larry Nance Jr. And who was the last person that I just said from Shams? Who was the last person that I put on there? Dyson Daniels. The problem, Tony? Where are y'all tuning in from? And how did your love for baseball start? Just want to hear from y'all. We got a $10 donation from Jason Hess. 3,000 subs. Congrats, man. Bro, thank you. Thank you all so much for the super chats, man. Seriously. Thank you. It means a lot. It means so much. Wow. Miami's where you're tuning in from. Nice. I didn't forget your day, Jay. So here we go. Cristopher Sanchez, over his last 8 home games, has a 4-1 record. And the first pitch is taken for a strike. It looked a little bit inside to Vidal Brujan. But it's a called strike anyways. There's also a 1.0 whip and 9 walks allowed, along with 49 strikeouts during that time. Next pitch is taken, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. The next pitch, that misses just a little bit inside. Do you think Morey will be smart enough to trade for Brandon Ingram? And if so, who do you think he'll trade to the Pels? I have no clue. KGB. I'd like to hear your thoughts, though. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball past the diving stop of Bohm into left field for a base hit. Merrifield does get over to it as he corrals it and tosses it back over to second. And there's the second hit of the day by the Marlins. This time it's Vidal Brujan. He's playing out in center field today for Jazz Chisholm Jr. But he gets a leadoff single. This is what you call perfect baseball weather. A lot of meteorologists say that it's going to get pretty humid tonight and the temperatures are going to go up. And then tomorrow and Sunday, it's supposed to be really, really hot. Pitch, and that's bunted foul by Ali Sanchez. Make sure that I get to your comments in just a little bit. Sanchez hitting .333 on the season so far. Marlins won last night's game 7-4. Toss back over to first is not in time. Ali actually had his first 2-hit game. Went 2 for 3 with a run scored. Also got on with a hit by pitch as well. The ball is 1 strike. Sanchez on the bump for the Phils, gets set at the belt and delivers from the stretch. And that's fouled back towards the net behind home plate. Pelicans got better Yes, they did. Time called. Thank you, man. I really do appreciate that. They're showing Scott Fransky in the radio booth. I wonder if it's his birthday today or... I don't know. If anybody knows, let me know. Toss back over to first, not in time. It means a lot, man. Our listeners do so much for us, and we're always thankful. The ball is 2 strikes, and the next pitch, and that's a ground ball lined over to second base, and the throw back over to first is in time. So it was caught just over the second base bag, and that's going to go down as a 4-3 double play. So Brajan was forced to go back over to first. It was just caught by Stott, and Stott could have just tagged him because he was right over at second base as soon as Stott caught it. Decided, you know what? Let's just toss it back over to first. And the pitch to Brian De La Cruz. There's a grounder hit back over towards the mound. Cristopher Sanchez goes jogging over to first, tosses it over to first base, and Clemens catches it, and there's out number 3. Very quick start so far between the Phillies and the Marlins, and we head to the third, bottom of the third, that is. Still no score. So Sanchez lined into a 4-3 double play. That's the one thing that's really hard, is that when we are doing games on a monitor, sometimes you don't know when they immediately shift over towards the infielder if the ball was caught because it's coming by so fast or if it was played on the ground. So bear with me on that when that does happen and if I do screw up, because that's how it's perceived. And I'm seeing what you guys are seeing if you guys are watching it on TV. So, all right. What else do we got on here? I think we all should see how it goes for the 10 days. He might trade. Oh, we're talking about the Sixers. He might trade Ricky Council or Paul Reed and a bunch of picks, honestly, if we were trying to trade for BI. Could be. Serena says, I'm tuning in from the Netherlands, and Miles Teller, the Top Gun actor and diehard Phillies fan, may have influenced me, and we, as the Netherlands, had a great national team who went to the Olympics. I didn't know that that's how you got into this. That's really cool. Huh. That's awesome. Once again, the cursive injury has hit the Philadelphia area sports. Yeah. Saw your video that you made on the coach and heard you speak afterwards. I have much respect for you, Sis Jason. Thank you, man. Yeah, we try to do the right thing, you know? And we love giving back to the community. We don't just say that on here, guys. We mean it. And we like helping out others. Here's Garrett Stubbs. Comes up to bat, and he takes the pitch low. Stubbs batting .202. He's homerless this season. And he has 3 RBI as well. Next pitch is taken for ball 2. Kyle Tyler's still on the mound. 30 pitches, 17 strikes, 13 balls. The 2-0 delivery to Stubbs, and he bounces that one foul. It was a cutter that was right down the middle. Stubbs is hitting 8 today. 31 years old now. The 2-1, and he rips that one foul. Goes over towards the first base side. This is his 166th game that he's played in throughout his career. And this is also game number 105 with the Phillies. He's homered 6 times with the Phillies. All 6 of his career homers have come with the Phillies. He actually had 5 homers in 2022. Had 1 homer last year in 113 at-bats. The 5 homers came in 106 at-bats in 2022. 2-2 on the way, and that's fouled off. This season, though, no homers, 17 hits and 84 at-bats. Two. Outside and high for ball 3. That's going to make the count full. It's from San Diego, California. 3-2 pitch. Up high for ball 4. And Garrett Stubbs leads off the inning with a walk. Back-to-back innings where the leadoff man gets on base. And Yohan Rojas is coming up to bat. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button, guys. Rojas playing out in center field today. Got called back up when Harper and Schwarber went on the IL. Rojas will show bunt as he knocks that one down towards the third base side. It is a foul ball, though. Rivera did try to keep it fair, but could not do so. Rojas was sent down by the Phils as soon as Brandon Marsh came back. Phillies wanted him to work more on his offense. Last time he played, it was on June 15th. So it was 13 days ago. The 0-1. Bouncing ball foul. .235 average for the 23-year-old Rojas. 2 home runs, 19 RBI as well. The 0-2 on the way, and Rojas will foul that one off too. I don't know, Jackie. I have no clue. Rojas in 8 games in AAA has a .382 average, 1 double, 1 homer, and 6 stolen bases. I wanted to try to give him some time to boost his confidence. And time called very suddenly by Ali Sanchez. I think it was just before the pitch clock violation would have been called. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. That cutter was running inside. Would have been called a strike anyways, but that was a really good pitch by Kyle Tyler. And there's the first out. Second strikeout on the day. It's the one pitch that seems to really fool Yohan Rojas, is those pitches that come high and inside or towards the upper third of the plate. When it just comes running in and it just gets right to the chest. It's got to be willing to shorten up the swing a little bit. Stott comes up and he takes the ball just downstairs. It's a 1-0 count. 10-day vacation. The 1-0 swing and a miss. Ken's here. What's going on, Ken? Stott batting .241. 5 homers, 36 RBI. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch on the way is a breaking ball that's in the dirt. And, well, Sanchez, Ali Sanchez, that is, able to block it out in front of him. He got right on his feet, and very good reaction time by him. He knew that it was going to be tough for him to block it, so he started to stand up just to have it hit the bottom part of the chest so that didn't bounce away. The pitch to Tyler. Bouncing ball back up the middle. Anderson tags the bag for 1 and throws it over to first for a 6-3 double play to end the inning. No runs. Phillies do get a base runner on a leadoff walk by Garrett Stubbs, but nothing else to it. 3 full innings of work for both pitchers, and we head to the 4th with no score between the Phillies and the Marlins. Ken says, driving back from Maine, and my Uncle Andy turned us on to JJ. Really enjoying this. Thanks, JJ. Thank you guys. If you are new to the channel, I am from South Jersey. I knew I wanted to go into doing play-by-play. That was really my passion. And I graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022. And I was lucky. I was really fortunate because I got to... Rowan actually partnered with the Wilmington Blue Rocks, who are the high A affiliate of the Washington Nationals. And they also partnered with the Delaware Bluecoats, who were the NBA G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers. So I got to call some of their games on our radio station while also doing some of our sports as well. And then after I graduated, I interned at NFL Films. I was a studio intern there. So I got to work with audio and mainly just audio, but I also did some stuff with graphics as well. Did a couple things with that. And so, yeah, got to work on the shows like Good Morning Football and The Matchup as well. And, well, as much as I loved it, I also, during that time, wanted to get back on the headsets. So, of course, as I was interning there, I decided to start a YouTube channel. And here we are, 18 months later, and we've just been calling games, man. This is the future. And we're trying to take advantage of that because it's really, really cool. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well. Let's continue to grow the play-by-play with JJ community. I'd be sad if Harper is out, but I'll still enjoy the game. I feel you on that. Left a like for you, boss. Thank you so much, Midget Pigeon, my guy. I don't like to say the last part because I do try to keep it PG like on my channel. So if you're wondering like why I don't say that, that's why. You know, some people have kids, and even if the kids aren't watching, I try to. Maybe that's just the old school part of me. But that's why I do that. 1 ball, no strikes. To Josh Bell, Cristopher Sanchez throwing his 4th inning of work, and he throws a changeup that misses inside for ball 2. Josh Bell hitting on the right side. He's a switch-hitting first baseman. 2-0 pitch, and he takes a 95-mile-per-hour heater right at the knees for strike 1. If I don't get to all your comments, I do apologize about that. 2-1, fouled away. Rockies and White Sox are currently in a rain delay. How about, I didn't know this, but Cristopher Sanchez has allowed the fewest homers with pitchers who have 10 or more starts. Just has only allowed 1. Next pitch, that breaking ball misses inside and in the dirt. We've been talking a little bit about the NBA draft over the last couple of days, but the Flyers have the first night of their draft tonight, and they have 2 first-round picks. 3-2 pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. Marsh says he has it, and he calls off Yohan Rojas towards the alleyway, and they'll make the catch. And the first out is made. Marsh hasn't really played a whole lot of right field because that's where Nick Castellanos has played throughout most of the season so far. Casty, of course, is DHing, though, in tonight's match. There's Jay Berger, who homered in last night's game. The first pitch, line drive, hit out to center field. Rojas comes running in, and they'll make the catch, and there's 2 outs very quickly. Berger hit it right on the nose, but Rojas able to catch it and say bye-bye. David says, my dad grew up in South Jersey, too, for part of his life. What town is in South Jersey are you from? The pitch, and that's taken low for a ball to Dane Myers. I'm from, like, the Cherry Hill area. So, Thank you, Ken. Appreciate it, man. The 1-0, and that's fouled off. So there's 2 outs. We're in the top of the 4th. No score so far between the Phillies and the Marlins. Cristopher Sanchez on the hill for the Phils, and Kyle Tyler is his counterpart. 1-1 pitch on the way, and that's taken for strike 2 as a changeup at 86 miles per hour. One thing about Cristopher throughout this season is that he's just been a very good ground ball pitcher. Speaking of ground balls, there's one that's hit over to third. Bohm charges, shuffles his feet, and throws over to first. And another 1-2-3 inning by Cristopher Sanchez. He's just mowed down the lineup for the Marlins, and we head to the bottom of the 4th. Nothing. Phillies coming up. Spread the word, man. Tell your friends and family. You never know what the kids hear. Going back to the comment about the midget pigeon. That's right. Kids and my 89-year-old Phillies fan mom in the car, so we appreciate it. We appreciate you for letting us into your car. Hello, Ken's 89. Hello to Ken's mom. And hello to Ken's kids as well. Hi, everybody. Hello. South Jersey vacationed at Avalon every year. Avalon's, I'd say it's about 35, 40 minutes away from where I am. KGB says I watch them just because I like to watch my favorite players on my favorite team play with other stars. Don't care about the outcome, just like to watch. Nazir's from Cherry Hill, too. Cool. David says my dad grew up in Salem County. I know where that is. Wheeler actually performed really well last night. It was just unfortunate because I don't like to blame games on umpires, and I wasn't really on Emil Jimenez last night. But that one pitch should have been called a strike 3. That did change the whole entire outcome of the inning. Trey Turner will lead things off for the Phils. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the lineup for Philadelphia. Phillies are in their City Connect uniforms. And the pitch is taken for strike 1. Another cutter thrown by Tyler. Turner's average at .331. 3 homers, 12 RBI. And the 0-1 fly ball hit out over towards deep left center field. And nobody can make the catch over towards the alleyway. And Turner's going to jog on into second. There was some miscommunication in the outfield between De La Cruz and Vidal Brujan. And they just could not make the catch. One of them had the chance to do so. But Turner will absolutely take it. And let's see if the Phillies can make the Marlins pay. In all seriousness, though, he did smoke it, but De La Cruz sort of had it, and he sort of slowed down. He took his eyes off the ball, and Brujan was looking at him, and they both lost track of it. There's Bohm, and the pitch is taken at the knees for a called strike. Brujan was not happy with himself there. That's just one of those plays where, yeah, it's not as easy as it looks, but you gotta be willing to take control. That's just miscommunication on both of them. 0-1 pitch. Bouncing ball hit over to shortstop. This should move Turner over to third. It does, and the throw over to first by Tim Anderson is in plenty of time, but it is a productive out by Alec Bohm. Honestly, a pretty good piece of contact, too, by Boehmer as well. Just a very good alignment from the defense. Phillies, over the last 3 innings, have gotten the leadoff man on, just have not been able to capitalize and get a run. Can Brandon Marsh change that? Infield playing in. The pitch to Marsh, inside and high. Good day, JJ. Thanks so much for calling the game. Go Phils. One ball, no strikes. And the next pitch. And, ooh, Tyler wanted that call. It was a wicked curveball that was just at the knees. It's ball 2. Phillies have the 4th best batting average with runners in scoring position as a team this season. The windup and the pitch outside for ball 3. 50 pitches by Kyle Tyler, 30 strikes, 20 balls. 3-0 pitch. That's on the outside corner, painted perfectly, a curveball that went from 12 to 6. The Royals, the Guardians, and the Diamondbacks are the 3 teams that have the better batting average with runners in scoring position. 3-1 pitch, way up high for ball 4, and there's the second walk today allowed by Tyler. That's going to put runners over at the corners, and the Phillies have a little home cooking rally starting. Which means we got to play our rally organ, of course. And here comes Nick Castellanos. Woo! George! I think our audio is a little bit lower today. Huh. I'll have to change that. There's Castellanos in the pitch, and that is swung on and missed. Is it just me, or is our audio a little bit lower today than it is usual? I think it is. The ball is 1 strike. Runners at first and third. Turner's at third. Marsh is at first. And the pitch is fouled away. We got a $1 donation by Jason. What's going on, man? Thanks so much again for another donation. Oh, and 2 is the count. And the pitch is taken downstairs and away. All right, hold up. Hold up. Brace yourselves. I won't make it too much louder. I don't know why it defers to that. Okay, how about now? That's better. We'll go 50. 1-2 pitch, way up high. Not even close to the strike zone. I thought the commercials were just loud. What's up, Mitch? There we go. That's a lot better. Now we're in the yellow. I just noticed that we were in the green for the most part, and I was like, oh, audio was a little bit low. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Castellanos. And the next pitch, it was running inside, and he just fouls it off. I just made it louder. Is that better? Let us know. Two balls, 2 strikes to Castellanos. And there's another foul ball on the next pitch over towards the first base side and out of play. Phillies' top 3 hitters today so far are 1 for 6. Castellanos, we haven't really talked about him with runners in scoring position, but he's hitting .244 this season in that scenario. The next pitch, another foul ball. Well, Castellanos was able to do a good job against Tyler, at least fighting off pitches in his last at-bat. He's doing the same thing here. Got another super chat from Bob. What's going on, Bob? Thanks so much for the super chat. $5 donation from Bob. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, hit out over towards shallow right field. Going to be a tough play. And there to make the catch is Myers. Turner thought about tagging up, and he did. And then the throw was drawn, and it was cut off by the pitcher, Tyler. Just not deep enough to score Trey Turner, and he was right to hold his horses. He was. Casti was just late on that. Got a pitch that was right down the middle. I don't think he anticipated that, and he didn't hit it deep enough. Now it's Cody Clements. So the Phillies, unfortunately, can't get a sac fly now. Let's see if Cody can come through, though. 2 runners on. Pitch number 1 to Cody. Swung on and missed. That's pitch spelled nothing but trouble. It was a curveball that was inside and low. And Clements was thinking fastball all the way. And just took an ugly swing. Cody's average at 256. He's 28 years old. The 0-1 is upstairs and wide. Last time that he played was on May 28th. Last time he got a hit was on May 24th. 1-1 pitch, and that slider is downstairs again for ball 2. Clemens started off his career with the Tigers. Then he was a part of the trade for Gregory Soto. Came in the deal. 2 balls, 1 strike to Cody Clemens. And the pitch is fouled off, and Marsh, who thought about going to second on the previous pitch, is dancing way off the bag, and on this pitch he decided to run. Now he has to drive back over to first because the ball was foul. No score, bottom of the 4th. Time called by Ali Sanchez, the catcher for the Marlins. Clemens in the box for the Phils. Runners at first and third. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Cody. Base hit could give the Phillies a 1-0 lead. 2-2 pitch. Outside for ball 3. And Marsh is going to jog on over to second base. And he gets a stolen base. And that's going to put 2 runners in scoring position. Literally was just jogging into second because nobody was covering the bag. Usually you'd say hustle there, but nobody was covering it. 3-2 on the way, swung on and missed. And Sanchez gathers it, throws it over to first. And Clemens is out. So first base was open. Clemens swung on and missed at a breaking ball. And the inning is done. Phillies leave 2 runners in scoring position. And nothing else to it as we head to the 5th. 0-0. Why is my dog barking? Sure you guys like and subscribe and hit the notification bell icon. Thank you all so much again for all the super chats and all the donations. Really do appreciate that, guys. We have a very, very awesome fan base on here. 308 people tuning in, which is great. I'm so tired of these runners in scoring position left on base. It's a part of the team, man. And I get it. It's funny, though, because the Phillies do have, I know that we complain about the runners in scoring position all the time. This is why they say, though, that stats don't lie and they don't tell the full truth either. But this team is, I mentioned this before, but they have the 4th best batting average with runners in scoring position, just from a statistical standpoint. And I know that we think about situational hitting, and sometimes those numbers can be skewed because sometimes this team does pour it on offensively, and they score maybe 10 runs. And other times, they don't. They don't score a lot of runs. Marsh, by the way, who ended up going over to second base. That was his 9th stolen base of the season. Top of the 5th. Lots of ground ball outs thrown today by Cristopher Sanchez, and he's Going to fire a strike at 94 on the top tier part of the zone. Yo, 1. Foul it off. Over towards the right side. Another big crowd at the bank. It is a beautiful, beautiful night out. Lots of sunshine. Lots of sunglasses. Lots of red. Powder blue. Even some old-fashioned Phillies hats. This pitch was taken in. It's now a 1-2 count. Sanchez not wasting any time. And the 1-2 is bounced foul. Already 43 pitches by Cristopher Sanchez. He's thrown 32 strikes. Has been attacking that zone. Next pitch, that's way inside. It kept running in at 97. It's now a 2-2 count. Two on the way. Swing and a miss. That cutter was inside and low, and that was filthy by Cristopher Sanchez. Boy, did that look deceiving. It looked like it was more so of a slider, but it was a cutter. That was the best pitch that he's thrown tonight. When you're able to get a hitter off balance like that and make him swing and miss, make him look foolish, you're on to something. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch, bouncing ball hit over to third, gobbled up by Bohm, and the throw across the diamond is in time. Bohm was jogging over to home plate and had to make a quick throw on the run. And there's 2 outs. That's Tim Anderson who grounded out. There's 2 away. Phillies have won 8 of their last 7 games, 8 of their last 15 games against the Marlins. 8 of their last 7, that wouldn't make sense. They're 8-7 in their last 15 games against Miami. Emmanuel Rivera will chop the first pitch foul. 2 outs, bases empty, top of the 5th. The pitch on the way, and that is swung on and missed. How do we feel about the depth of this team, guys? Do we feel good that this team can actually still win games without Schwarber, or a lot of games without Schwarber and Harper? 0-2 pitch. Another ground ball hit over to third. Bohm has it and throws it over to first. And Cristopher Sanchez has really just been wheeling and dealing so far today. He's been in cruise control. Another 1-2-3 inning. He's retired the last 7 batters that he has faced. And we head to the bottom of the 5th. Still no score at Citizens Bank Park. Here we go. Keep the chat clean. All we ask for the people that are on here is not to spam the chat. Just be good human beings. That's all we ask. Oh, oi, Ghana, poor low. You know, if people speak another language, like we don't have to get rid of the mods. Even though they don't speak our language, that doesn't mean that they don't understand it. So, I mean, I didn't see what goes on or what went on, but if somebody said something, then that's another thing. But you know, you don't have to just get rid of somebody just because they don't type in English. You never know, you know. Tony is on here. There's even players like that are in the league that don't speak English, but yet they understand it. you know? 223 people tuning in. Hello. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Quick game so far. Our first pitch got started at 6:20, and we're already in the bottom of the fifth. Already in the bottom of the fifth. Are they going to take out Sanchez? No. Sanchez has been doing pretty good so far. All right. Here we go. Whit Merrifield up to bat. And the first pitch is a ground ball into left field for a base hit. So Merrifield able to get on with a leadoff single. And now for the fourth inning in a row, Phillies have gotten the leadoff man aboard, which is absolutely awesome. Can they just knock in a run, though? That's the question. It's nice that they're able to get the leadoff man on. It's been going on for 4 innings, but can't come up empty this time. Here's Stubbs. And the pitch. Line drive it out to right field for a base hit. And that's going to be played on 2 bounces. Going over to third and hustling is Merrifield. The throw is drawn on over to second base. And how about Garrett Stubbs punching it out to right field for a single? Let's go, baby. That was a good piece of hitting. Dane Myers went on over towards his left side. Charge! Had to play it on 2 bounces, and, well, the Phillies have something cooking now. And we have the pitching coach going out there to talk things over with Kyle Tyler. Declan Cronin getting warmed up in the Marlins pen. Phillies will play tomorrow afternoon at 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time. The starter for that game for both teams, well, you have Aaron Nola on the mound for the Phillies and Roddery Munoz, the right-handed pitcher who has a 1-3 record with a 5.8 ERA, going up for the Marlins. Then on Sunday afternoon, the Phillies will wrap up their 4-game series. Weather apparently is not supposed to be so nice on Sunday. It's supposed to rain in the afternoon, but the game is played. Ranger Suarez will be on the mound, and he'll be going up against Yanni Chirinos. All right, so here's Johan Rojas with runners at the corners, and still nobody out in time is going to be called again. This time by Ali Sanchez. Wants to just go over the signs with all the infielders here. Rojas struck out in the third. Got a pitch that was running inside. Show bunt on the first pitch, and it's taken down low, and Ali Sanchez will check all the runners. Nobody moves. It was like, freeze! So he got into a standing position. So he's looking to break the ice. 1 ball, no strikes. Kyle Tyler with pitch number 70 as he delivers from the stretch, and the 1-0 is bunted foul just behind the plate. It's a 1-1 count now. Phillies tried to work with Johan Rojas on bunting. Phillies are 0 for 6 today with runners in scoring position. The Marlins haven't even had a chance to get a runner in scoring position. The 1-1, and Rojas takes it inside. Tried to show bunt again, but just took it back. Two balls, 1 strike. And the pitch to Rojas, and he taps that one foul. You know, the one thing about the Phillies this season is that no matter who goes down, they just have this mentality that they can still win games and they can get the job done. This time is called by Rojas. And in years past, that's the difference between the Phillies now and in the years past. 2-2 pitch, way up high for ball 3. We remember when Bryce Harper won the MVP back in 2021. Well, in 2019, if he's out, the Phillies lose a lot of games because they just didn't have enough depth. 3-2 pitch, fouled back towards the screen. Not saying that it's a blessing that Schwarber and Harper are missing, but Phillies definitely have more weapons than they used to have, and that's what makes them a very, very good team. 3-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and Rojas went fishing after a curveball in the dirt, and Tyler wins the battle. That's how the first out is made. It was a good pitch, not going to lie. Sometimes you just have to tip your cap, even though Rojas got fooled there. Great execution by Kyle Tyler. Bryson Stott punches the first pitch foul. They're already at pick number 4 now in the NHL draft. The ball is 1 strike. Runners at the corners and the 0-1 is up high. Another cutter. Phillies are 31-13 at home this season. They have runners at the corners with 1 out. And the 1-1 pitch, and that's a fastball right down the middle, taken all the way for strike 2. It was a cutter. So it's a 1-2 count now. 1-2 pitch to Stott. And he fouls it off. Bryson today 0 for 2. One ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. And the 1-2 pitch. High again. Last night, the Phillies, they lost 7-4. But they left a lot of guys on base. 2-2 pitch. And Stott's going to ground this one over towards the first base side. To throw over the second, there's 1. That's all that they're going to get. And Merrifield's going to score. It's a 1-0 lead for the Phils. An RBI, fielder's choice, ground out by Stott. And the Phillies take a 1-0 lead. There you go. Stott and Stubbs did a good job, too, trying to distract the runner there. Here we go. Time called very quickly. And it looks like right before Turner steps into the box, we may indeed have a pitching change. Phillies lead at 1-0. And Tyler, his day is done. Skip Schumacher's going to go out there. And we have a pitching change. Looks like Cronin's going to come on in. So 2 outs, 1-0 Phils on the RBI fielder's choice by Bryson Stott. And the Phillies will be back in just a few moments. We have a pitch and change in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs. There we go. That's how we do it. Not pretty, but it works. We will take any runs with this handicapped lineup, says my boy, Midget Pigeon. No problem, man. I'll see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, man. Thanks so much for stopping by. You don't have to apologize. We appreciate you for being on here. 1 for 3, nobody out. I'm not a fan of not being able to get a hit. You'll take wins, though. And sometimes it's going to be ugly wins. This is game 81 or 82 now of the season. That's how the season goes, man. Astros lead at 1-0 in the bottom of the first, and the Mets have the bases loaded with nobody out against them. That game is on Apple TV. Blue Jays lead at 1-0 against the Yankees. Boy, did the Blue Jays rock Carlos Rodon yesterday. And they're looking to try to do that, this time against a former Blue Jay, and his name is Marcus Stroman. So Blue Jays were able to get an RBI by George Springer. It was an RBI single. They lead at 1-0. Here's Declan Cronin. This is his 28th game that he's going to be pitching in. His ERA is at 2.95, 36 strikeouts and 36 2/3 of an inning. The pitch, low and away for a ball. Rangers and Orioles are scoreless. In the top of the third. Pitch, and that's on the inside corner for a strike. Throw over the second base to get Stott is just in time. And Stott certainly got swiped on that left forearm. That was a nice play by Phillies Sanchez. Stott didn't get the best jump there, and the inning is over. However, he does provide an RBI on the fielder's choice ground out, and the Phillies finally get on the board and lead at 1-0. Time to head to the top of the sixth. The craziest stat was before Turner got back, Bohm and Harper contributed to 84 of the team's doubles. That means no one else was hitting extra base hits. You're right. That is an interesting stat. It is. I'm happy that you brought that up because, this team, we may not, we get flashbacks, right, to what happened last year, okay? It's understandable. The offense went cold. And it wasn't just that the offense went cold. They blew a 2-0 lead to the Diamondbacks. And they were on the verge of going to the World Series. I can understand why people are afraid to commit to this team. I'm not telling you what you should think. But I will tell you this. A 53-28 start to a season looks pretty good compared to what it started as two years ago and even last year. I'll take this any day of the week. Unfortunately, they're missing Bryce Harper now, JT Realmuto, and Kyle Schwarber. But yet they have shown teams this season that they can still get it done with their pitching. And that I don't think a lot of people expected. I think that people knew that Ranger was going to be good. Arguably, he's been the ace of the team. Cristopher Sanchez has been a stud. And Wheeler and Nola have just been phenomenal. Vidal Brujan up to bat, leading things off in the top of the sixth, and Sanchez on the mound. The 0-1 taken for strike two was a slider just at the knees. But it's just interesting because just to put things in perspective, this team has exceeded expectations compared to what we thought it was going to be at the beginning of the season. Is that fair to say? Do you guys think that this team has not exceeded expectations so far? Let me know down below. Yo, 2. It's taken low. Demidov is sliding down. Huh. That's interesting. In the NHL draft. Maybe the Flyers can get him. 2-2 on the way, swing and a miss. And Cristopher Sanchez with his fourth strikeout as he smiles. And there's one out in the 6th. How about that? That pitch was absolutely disgusting in a good way. Bergeron chased after the slider. 5 pitches, and the first out is made. Sanchez fires and throws a strike at the knees to Ali Sanchez. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, top of the 6th. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 0-1 is taken all the way for strike 2. For sure exceeded. But the offense still has fatal flaws of going cold all at once. Derailed them last 2 years, could happen again. That's a fair criticism. The 0-1 fouled away. It's now an 0-2 count. 9 seconds left on the pitch clock. Sanchez kicks and delivers, and the next pitch, swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Ali Sanchez. Back-to-back punch-outs by Cristopher. That time he ended up going with a slider and just was able to pull a thread and a needle on the outside corner. And now De La Cruz, it's his turn. The pitch. Guess on the outside corner for strike 1. The 50 pitches coming into this inning is a career low for Cristopher Sanchez heading into the 6th. He's never done that before. The 0-1 just misses outside, and he's also getting the calls today. Just not that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sanchez with 6 seconds left on the pitch clock. Kicks, delivers, and it's swung on and missed. The one thing that Orioles birdwatcher said to us is that, man, your pitchers throw fast, and there's about like 6 to 7 seconds left on the pitch clock every time one of your starting pitchers is out there. That's not always the case. The 1-2 misses low and away for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, 2 outs, top of the 6th. Phillies lead at 1-0. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Cristopher Sanchez strikes out the side in the 6th inning and gets a standing ovation from the fans at the bank. Time to go to the bottom of the 6th. Phillies lead at 1-0. And Cristopher Sanchez has been wheeling and dealing so far as he tips his cap and goes back to the dugout. About that, man. Fast start doesn't mean much. Last 2 years, they were wild cards, but reached the World Series and the NLCS. I'm not telling you that they're going to win a World Series. I'm saying, I was just asking the straight-up question, have they exceeded expectations so far? That's my question. I think that they have the capability of winning a World Series. I'm not telling you that they're even going to go to the World Series. That's just not how baseball works. But I think that they've exceeded expectations, at least my expectations. At this point of the season, I expected them to be under 500. I did. Jackie says, I just wish that we had more consistent hitters. Majority of our team is streaky, and it would be nice to have somebody hit 270 or 280 and not be a liability at the plate. And I agree with you. For sure. Absolutely. I agree with that. I'm sure John Milton is happy with the way that we're performing. Ken says that his mom says that the team is well run and exceeding expectations. Shout out to your mom. In the 2 months that I'm watching, I saw some crazy things that made me think, what a team, the triple play in history. It took a team 94 years to make that play, and the Phillies did. We are part of a team that is destined for something epic, says Serena. The ball is 1 strike to Trey Turner. And the 0-1 swing and a miss. He got fooled on the slider, and that was not even close to the plate. And he taps his helmet and says, come on, Trey. Get your head in the game. I love this conversation that we're having in the chat. The ball's 2 strikes, and that time Trey Turner holds up. Holds his horses on the pitch that was outside. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that notification bell icon as well. Cronin on the bump. 1-2 to Trey, and that one is inside. Declan Cronin is from Glenridge, New Jersey, and he's 26 years old. Two-two pitch, way up high for ball 3. That's in Essex County. I didn't even know that. It's like, what, an hour and a half away from me? The right-handed pitcher with the 3-2 pitch, and that's tapped foul. It's Dusty Watson, who just gave a little souvenir to a fan. The payoff pitch to Turner, swung on and missed. That pitch was high and inside. And Cronin just gave him a heater, and Turner strikes out once again. It's actually the first strikeout he's had today. That's a lie, because you said that's a lie. You said that you expected the team was going to play under 500 coming into this season. You did say that. That's a lie, Larry. I got to call you out on that. 1-0 pitch, and that's inside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Alec Bohm. 1 gone in the bottom of the 6th. And the next pitch is fouled back. Bohm batting .299. 2-1 pitch. And there's a foul ball hit over towards the third base side. Yep, you did. I remember you said that. You said that you expected them to get off to a slow start again. You did. 2 balls, 2 strikes in the pitch, and that's fouled off. You probably weren't thinking about it, but it was during the middle of a sentence. You know, it just came out. Sometimes that's just what happens, you know? Two balls, 2 strikes. Cronin on the bump. And the pitch is downstairs and away. Phillies have played the Marlins in 256 home games. And the Phillies have 155 of those wins. 3-2 on the way, and that's taken all the way for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts by Cronin on 3-2 counts. And Marsh is up next. Under 500. You got me there. You didn't say under 500. You did not say under 500. That I'm not putting in your mouth. And if I did do that, I'm sorry, because no, you did not say that. Marsh takes the first pitch for a ball. His average is at .417. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball hit over to first base, and the underhanded flip over towards the pitcher Cronin is in plenty of time. And the inning is over. Another 1-2-3 inning by the Marlins pitching staff. It's Jake Cronin. And they head to the 7th. Top of the 7th. Jackie, you're very chatty today. You're not usually this chatty when they are putting up runs. Well, what's going on, man? I definitely didn't expect to start this good. Okay. Yes. Yes, you didn't say that you expected them to be under 500 at this point. You did not say that. But you did say that you expected a slow start. I just do not like directions of this game. Having a pitcher duel, having a pitcher deal, but can't any runs. This feels like a Braves-White Sox Chris Sale start. I like the pitching duels. I do. I really do. There's a strategy behind it. Lebanon Baloney loves in the chat. Lebanon Baloney, that's a thing? I didn't know that. Phillies are 17-13 in their last 30 games. The Utah Hockey Club is making their first draft pick. Huh. How about that? Top of the 7th. And Cristopher Sanchez back out there. And he throws a strike. The ball is 1 strike to Josh Bell. And the pitch, and that's fouled away. In all seriousness, the games I don't watch and they do well are legit. All happen chance with work. I don't know why it always works out, but maybe I just need to work more and watch less. 2 pitch. Check swing. Did Bell go? And they say no. ESPN's not covering the NHL draft? Huh. One ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch is taken low for ball 2. They have NBA draft. Where's NHL draft? They have the NFL. Nothing? 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch by Sanchez misses inside for ball 3. Berger waits in the on-deck circle. And the 3-2 pitch popped up and hit out over towards shallow right field. Marsh jogs over towards his left and comes jogging in, and they'll stop and make the catch. And there's the first out of the inning. Cristopher Sanchez has really just been so locked in. It's not even funny. 6 strikeouts. 2 of them were on the slider. 2 were on the changeup. And 2 were on the fastball. The pitch to Berger, taken all the way for strike 1. The ball's 1 strike to Berger. And the 0-1 swing and a miss once again. Jake did single in the first. He ended up hitting the go-ahead homer in last night's game in the 8th. The 0-2. Low for a ball. Flyers are now on the clock. Oh, boy. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout by Sanchez. And that's now 7 in the ball game for Cristopher. All right, guys, who are the Flyers going to take? Who are they going to take? If any of y'all care. Two outs, top of the 7th. And the pitch is taken on the inside corner for a strike. The ball is 1 strike. And the pitch to Dane Myers is taken all the way for a ball. One ball, 1 strike. And the pitch is fouled off. The 1-2 pitch. That's just outside and low. Two on the way. Misses low for ball 3. Can't believe Beckett went 3rd. So the count is full. This is the 3rd 3-ball count tonight by Sanchez. Payoff pitch. High bouncer. Hit over towards second base. Stott plays it on another bounce. Throws it over to first. And Myers is out. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Phillies lead at 1-0. And Cristopher Sanchez has only allowed 2 hits today. It's stretch time at the bank. 1-0 Phillies lead. Flyers aren't up. It's who's up now? That's the 7th pick. Ottawa. Flyers have the 12th pick. All right. I am gonna ask you a trivia question, and if you get it right, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. All right. Trivia time. Trivia time, baby. Here's what I want to know. Want to know this. Fill in the blank. In 2012, Jake Arrieta appeared on an episode of the HBO show blank. Fill in the blank. In 2012, Jake Arrieta appeared on an episode of the HBO show called what? Giving you a tough one. Anybody know? We have 260 people. Not one of you want to answer. General Hospital. HBO. Game of Thrones. That's an HBO. General Hospital HBO too? I didn't know that. The pitch by Cronin, and that's outside and low. Was it Ballers? No. The Kardashians? Nope. One more guess. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch, and that's outside for ball 2. Suits. Villainous. Nope. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch to Casti is fouled off. Curb your enthusiasm. No, and Larry said that too. I forgot to mention that. Sorry, it was a no. Veep. Good job, Dan Brew. You got it, man. Good job. Veep is correct. Jake Arrieta in 2012 appeared on an episode of Veep. The pitch. Ground ball into left center field for a base hit. And Castellanos able to get on with a leadoff single. That's the 5th time today that the Phillies have gotten a leadoff man on base. So Veep is correct. Good job. We'll ask you one more. Tell me one show that Hunter Pence appeared on. Anybody know what show Hunter Pence was on? There's actually 2, but I'll give you one. We'll just do one. Pitch to Cody Clemens, and that's taken all the way for a strike. So we got a runner over at first. The 0-1 to Cody is fouled off. Anybody know what show Hunter Pence was on? Anybody? Fuller House. Good, you got it. Good job. The ball's 2 strikes. And the next pitch, swing and a miss. That pitch was inside and low. Good job. He was also on Bill Nye Saves the World as well. One out. Bottom of the 7th. Merrifield, who had a single back in the 5th, ends up taking the first pitch for a strike. The ball is 1 strike. And the pitch, that's just at the knees for strike 2. I think it was season 1 of Fuller House. It was the Giants, yeah. The ball is 2 strikes. Ottawa Senators just selected Carter Yakimchuk. So the Flyers do have the pick 5 picks later. Next pitch, and Merrifield strikes out. So back-to-back strikeouts by the Marlins. And Garrett Stubbs is coming up as Merrifield looked at strike 3, just painted perfectly at the knees on the outside edge. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. The pitch, low and inside for a ball. So Stubbs is up at the plate. He's 1 for 1. He walked. He also singled today. We're in the bottom of the 7th. In case you are just tuning in, Phillies lead at 1-0 on the RBI fielder's choice ground out by Stott. 2-0 pitch. And there goes Castellanos. He'll slide on in over to second base. The throw gets away from the second baseman and it goes out to center field. Castellanos will go over to third. And there's 2 outs with a runner now at third. How about the base running by Castellanos? Honestly, didn't really get the best jump. The pitch was outside. And if Tim Anderson was just able to catch the ball, maybe he would have slapped him right on the kneecap. I don't know. But regardless, Castellanos does get a stolen base, and he advances over to third on the air. 2 balls, no strikes to Garrett Stubbs. And the second run, potentially, is 90 feet away from scoring. And the pitch is taken for a strike. Anderson also went down for a quick second, but he says that he's all right. 2-1 pitch. Lined foul. Stubbs 1 for 1 today. walked in the third, and singled in the fifth. 2 outs and the 2-2 pitch. High again for ball 3. That's going to make the count full. Phillies have 5 hits today, and they're 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position. It's a stolen base and a throwing error by Sanchez. That's how they ruled it. 3-2 pitch on the way. Foul ball over towards the left field side. There's the Philly fanatic in the City Connect uniform, right behind the Phillies dugout. Payoff pitch. Line drive, and it's caught over at shortstop by Anderson, and the inning is over. So, Phillies get 1 runner on and strand him over at third, and we head to the 8th. 1-0 Phillies lead. Lopez will lead things off. Otto Lopez when we return. Wasn't even hit that sharply. We've had the leadoff runner on base in 5 of 7 innings. No excuse for only 1 run. We're going to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboards really quickly. The Rays lead at 2-0 as they head to the top of the 5th against the Nationals. Rangers and Orioles scoreless in the bottom of the 4th. And then the Blue Jays have a 1-0 lead against the Yankees, but the Yankees right now are threatening with runners at first and second in the top of the 4th with 1 out. And the Astros have a 2-1 advantage out in New York against the Mets in the top of the 3rd. Padres and Red Sox, no score in the bottom of the 4th. Braves lead at 1-0 in the bottom of the 3rd with a runner over at first. Braves are up to bat, and there's nobody out. Later at 8 o'clock, in the 8 o'clock hour, you have 2 games going on at 8:10. You got the Cubs and Brewers out at Miller Park, and then the Guardians playing out at Kauffman Stadium. That game will be at 8:10 against the Royals. That should be a very good game between 2 AL Central teams. Then the Reds and Cardinals, always a great rivalry there. That game will be at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Tigers are still in Anaheim, and that game will begin at 9:38 p.m. Eastern Time. Then you got the Twins in Seattle at T-Mobile Park. That game will be at 9:40. A's and Diamondbacks will also be at 9:40 as well, and later at 10:15. One of the best rivalries in all of baseball, Dodgers in San Francisco. That game will be at 10:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Phillies lead at 1-0. We're in the top of the 8th. 272 people tuning in. Hit that thumbs up button. Mod Squad, how many likes do we have on here? Do your job. How many likes do we have on here, Mod Squad? Let's get to 200, man. $10 donation from Spencer Gorman. Thank you so much, my guy. I appreciate that, Spencer. Congratulations to you. That's your first super chat. Awesome stuff. Lopez with the first pitch, ground ball underneath the glove of Stott. He tried to dive and could not make the play. It goes out into center field, and there's a leadoff single in the top of the 8th. We have 100 likes, 271 people watching. Just hit that thumbs up button. Come on, mods. Come on, people. There we go. Stott should have had that. I mean, it was going over towards his right side. He was just a half a step too late. So Otto Lopez gets on with a single, and here's Tim Anderson. Spike the like. And Anderson takes a ball downstairs. Anderson today 0 for 2. 1 ball, no strikes. And the next pitch is fouled back towards the screen. Last time the Phillies won a 1-0 game, Oh, never mind. That's wrong. Next pitch, ground ball, hit over to third base. And Bohm checks the runner going over to second and throws over to first. And there's one out. Typed that in and that came up wrong. Got a runner in scoring position. Sanchez still on the bump, and he fires a 95-mile-per-hour heater that swung on and missed. All right, no balls, one strike. 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. No balls, one strike. Lopez over at second. The 0-1 misses wide and high as well. The 1-1. That's outside and high for ball 2. Last time the Phillies actually won 1-0, it was on April 27th of 2023. 2-1, popped up, hit out over towards the right field side, and Stott backs up, and he does make the catch. There's out number 2. It's when Cody Clemens had an RBI single, and Matt Strahm was the pitcher for the day. That was Craig Kimbrell's 397th save of his career. 2 outs. Runner at second. Bergeron at the plate. And he takes the first pitch for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 painted on the outside edge for strike 2. April of 2023, you would think that they've won a lot of, 1-0 games this season, but they haven't. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball that bounces in the dirt, and good job by Garrett Stubbs to keep it out in front of him. .97 miles per hour by Cristopher Sanchez 2 pitches ago. And we're already in the 8th. The 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Cristopher Sanchez has been stellar tonight. And we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. He's been carrying the team, putting them on his back, and just able to dominate this ball game. Only 3 hits allowed. And the Phillies looking to add on some insurance as we head to the bottom of the 8th. 1-0 lead for Philadelphia. I could have sworn that they won 1-0 this year. Well, let's go back to the game logs, shall we? Let's go back to the game logs. Phillies won 2-0 against the Brewers. They won 2-1 against the Brewers as well, and 3-1. Let's see. They also lost. Oh wait, no. Did they lose 1-0? Nope. They haven't won a game 1-0 this year. Nope. Boy is on fire. Cristopher Sanchez, man. Good for him. He's been outstanding. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. My name is Jason Joseph. I already checked they haven't. Well, I beat you to it. Yeah. Phillies have not won a game by a score of 1-0 since April of 2023. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games, and we do play-by-plays, and we also do podcasts as well. One run for the Phillies, and it was on an RBI fielder's choice ground out by Bryson Stott. That was it. Boy, what a story for Cristopher Sanchez so far. 92 pitches. This guy just got extended last week. And boy, oh boy, is that awesome. 4-year, $22.5 million extension. Yohan Rojas will lead things off in the bottom of the 8th. The 0-1 pitch, check swing, did he go? No. They say over at first base. Calvin Foucher is on the mound for the Marlins. 27 games, 3.21 ERA. Pitch on the way, and that's a foul ball. Through these first 8 innings, this has been the fastest Phillies game. One of the fastest this season. Just through 8 innings. We're not even at the 2-hour mark yet, and we're in the bottom of the 8th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way. Check swing, did Rojas go? And they say no, he did not. It was a low and outside for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Another foul ball. The Devils just made their pick. Flyers are up in one more pick after this. The 2-2 pitch, ground ball back up the middle for a base hit, and Yohan Rojas gets a leadoff single, trying to extend it to a double. The throw to second, not in time. How about Yohan Rojas? Able to just dive into second base. And he gets a leadoff double, and the Phillies fans, they're standing on their feet. How about the effort by Yohan? Oh boy, was that crazy. He was running over to first, and then all of a sudden, Vidal Brujan realized, oh shoot, I gotta hustle here, as Rojas wanted to extend a single to a double, and he gets a lot of praise from the dugouts. Those are the types of things that you need to spark a rally. And Bryson Stott's coming up to bat. Here we go, the pitch, fouled off. That's what the team needs. A burst of energy, and if Yohan can provide that, that's great. Stott today, 0 for 3. Can he at least get Yohan over to third? No balls, 1 strike. The pitch on the way. It bounces away, and Rojas is going to go over to third, and he is able to dive in there safely, and now the Phillies have their second potential run about 90 feet away from scoring. The wild pitch thrown there by Foucher, able to get Rojas over to third. Phillies Sanchez thought about throwing it and then realized he didn't even have enough time to do so. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch fouled away. One ball, 2 strikes. Foucher on the bump. The 10th pitch coming up. And here it is, upstairs at 97 miles per hour. Rojas got on. He had a hit up the middle and was able to extend a single into a double on a nice hustle play. And now the infield is in as he's over at third. with nobody out. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. Foucher's 28 years old. His ERA is at 3.21. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. 2-2 on the way, and that breaking ball is going to get away from Sanchez, but it hits the backstop, and Rojas is able to just stay put over at third, and that was the right play. Hit the backstop, Sanchez caught it, and Rojas stayed and was like, I'm not even going to go after it. And he didn't. That was the smart move. So the count is full. He was pretty far off the bat too, but he wouldn't have made it. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and time called by Sanchez. Wants to try to control the tempo here as Chargoy is warming up in the Marlins pen. Phillies lost yesterday's game by a score of 7-4. They lead at 1-0 here in the bottom of the 8th. Rojas at third. Nobody out. Stott up to bat. You can't chance that. I'm happy you stayed over at third. Hit the backstop. Came right back at Ali Sanchez. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 on the way. Swung on, hit out to left field. This will be deep enough. The catch is made. The throw to the plate is not in time as Rojas is able to slide in there safely, and the Phillies take a 2-0 lead as the fans stand and reward him for his assertiveness. Aggressiveness on the base pads by Philadelphia, and that run means a lot. Here we go. So an RBI sac fly. Here's Trey Turner. There's a broken bat flare out to center field, and Brajan is there to make the catch. Almost died on in there. And there's 2 outs. How about the hustle by Johan Rojas? He was able to single up the middle, put up a really good at-bat against Foucher, and then extended the single to a double, went over to third on a wild pitch, and then Bryson Stott, all he had to do was just hit a deep fly ball, and he did. Give Stott credit there as well. 2-0 Phils, bottom of the 8th. The question is, will Sanchez go back out there for the 9th? Pitch to Bohm, swing and a miss. The ball's 1 strike to Alec, who's hitless in 3 at-bats. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Bohm chased after a cutter. Nobody warming up in the bullpen just yet. It seems like Alvarado is sitting out there, but I'm curious to see what Rob is going to do. 0-2 pitch, swung on, poked out to right field for a base hit down the line. Bohm is going to hold up, though, over at first as he puts the brakes on, and he gets on base with an opposite field single with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. So Turner popped out to shallow center, and Bohm able to knock it over towards the right side. And now it's Brandon Marsh's turn to come on up to the plate. Marsh, 1 for 2. Can he get on here? The pitch way up high at 98 on the gun. If you're Foucher here, you just want to try to be aggressive. And if you're Brandon Marsh, you want to just be patient. That's all you got to do. The 1-0 outside for ball 2 at 93. It was a cutter. Red light here for Marsh. That's what I'm saying. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. And that's on the outside corner for a strike and a good That's what you had to do if you're Brandon Marsh. You're not looking to swing for that pitch there. 2 balls, 1 strike. The next pitch to Marsh. Line drive down the left field line. It is a foul ball, barely. He smoked it, and boy, did he want that to be fair. And he has to walk back over towards the plate. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2-2 pitch on the way, and Marsh with a defensive swing, able to fight that one off. Was way up high. Give Marsh credit, though, for at least making contact with the baseball. They're making Foucher work. Pressure getting to him. 2-2. 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th. Bohm at first. 2-0 Phils. The next pitch way up high, and the count is full. Bat-to-bat pitches at 97 miles per hour. 9-1-2 will be due up in the 9th for the Marlins. Marsh up to bat, though. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th. 2-0 Phils. A runner at first. And with 2 seconds left on the pitch clock, Foucher decides to disengage really quickly. Back on the bump. 10 seconds left. Foucher delivers from the stretch in the payoff pitch, and that one misses outside for ball 4. And more fans clap along as there's a walk allowed by Foucher, and here comes Castellanos to the plate. And more time called on the mound. And it looks like they'll get somebody warmed up in the pen. Charge. So we do have a pitching change. Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. Flyers are on the clock. What's going to happen here? The Sharks selected Sam Dickinson. Dickinson is the 11th overall pick. Thought that that's who they were going to draft. They may trade the picks as Edward. Oh, yeah, Dickinson just went. I wonder what the Flyers are going to do here. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. We go live for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games. And we also do pods as well. 374 people tuning in. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Flyers are still discussing here at their draft table, it appears. They may be getting offers to trade down. Oh, boy. This is wild. Phillies got that insurance run, though, and that was absolutely huge. I gotta know who they pick. Charlie O'Connor says that it looks like that they're trading down. Huh. Looks like they're trading down, he says. Uh-oh. Well, that might be a good thing. Flyers, I think, are going to trade the pick. Yep. That's what it seems like. Put some more feeling in the charge. I usually do. I'm just really, really interested to see what they do here. All right, bottom of the 8th. 2 runners on, 2 outs. Phillies lead at 2-0. And the new pitcher is going to be JT Chargoy. Castellanos at the plate. 2 runners on, 2 outs. The pitch to Casti, and he fouls off the first pitch. It's Eric Lindros on the board. All right, the Flyers are trading the pick. They've made the first trade of the draft. Okay. The ball's 1 strike. 2 runners on, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th, and the pitch to Castellanos. And he fouls this one towards the first base side, and Berger runs out of room. I wonder what they're going to get back. The ball's 2 strikes, 2 runners on, bottom of the 8th, and there's 2 outs here. Castellanos at the dish, and the 0-2 to Nick, way inside. Almost got a piece of Castellanos. Alvarado is warming up in the Phillies bullpen, and it looks like the Phillies may go to him in the top of the 9th. Wow. They still have that pick too, Denbrew. Yes, you're right. I was just going to mention that. The 1-2 to Casti, and he pops it up, hit out over towards shallow right field. Berger gets under it. He gets called off by the second baseman, who does make the basket catch, and the inning is over. The Phillies get an extra run, though, on the sac fly by Bryson Stott, and we head to the 9th. 9-1-2 due up when we return for the Marlins. All right, hit that thumbs up button, baby. Flyers trade number 12 to Minnesota for 13 and picks up a 3rd rounder in 2025. Okay. That's according to Charlie O'Connor. He does a great job, man. Flyers trade pick number 12 and get pick number 13 by Minnesota and a 3rd rounder in 2025. So they obviously know who they're going to go for. All right. Hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well, and turn on the bells, baby. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. We go live for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games. And we do pods on here as well. All right, top of the 9th. So is Alvarado going to come on in? Looked like he was warming up in the Phillies bullpen. Should be interesting. Sanchez, De La Cruz, and Bell are due up. They moved back 1 spot and picked up an extra late-round future pick. That's a good move, hopefully, if they get their guy. All right, 9th inning, Phillies lead at 2-0. In case you are just tuning in, the Phillies had an RBI fielder's choice by Bryson Stott in the bottom of the 5th, and then he was able to hit a sac fly in the bottom of the 8th. Yohan Rojas, though, made that happen as he extended a single into a double by hitting one up the middle. And then he was able to, after he was over at second and got on with the double, he went over to third. So Cristopher Sanchez is going to pitch the 9th. First pitch, swing and a miss. 93 pitches by Sanchez. The ball's 1 strike. And the 0-1, bouncing ball hit over to third, gobbled up by Bohm. He has it, gathers himself, throws over to first, and there's 1 out in the top of the 9th. One out, 94 pitches. I think that Alvarado was getting warmed up just in case things got a little bit crazy. Here's Brian De La Cruz, and Sanchez fires it at 96 at the knees for strike 1. The ball's 1 strike. The next pitch, taken all the way for strike 2 at 95. The ball's 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, hit out to right field, and Marsh is able to make the catch. And there's 2 away in the 9th. And now, all is up to Josh Bell. Standing ovation from Philadelphia Phillies Nation. Over 40,000 in attendance at the bank tonight. And Bell up to the plate. The first pitch smoked, and it's a foul ball towards the right field side. That was a screamer. Sanchez has gone 7 innings in 4 of his last 6 starts. The 0-1 pitch, and that's a called strike. On the upper third of the zone, a fastball at 96. 99 pitches for Cristopher Sanchez. Looking to get the first complete game shutout of his career. The 0-2 pitch, here it is, fouled away. What a masterpiece by Sanchez. 100 pitches. The ball's 2 strikes. The 0-2 on the way, swung on and missed. Cristopher Sanchez able to give the Phillies a complete game shutout as he hugs Garrett Stubbs, and everybody's going out there to celebrate as Cristopher Sanchez pitched a gem. Ring the bell, Philadelphia. Phillies win 2-0. Nine shutouts by the Phils this season. And Cristopher Sanchez, the star of the ball game. Just crazy. The last time that Cristopher Sanchez gave up a run was literally, it was on June 17th. And during that time, over his last 3 outings, he's gone 23 innings. He's allowed just 1 earned run. And he has at least 17 strikeouts. So Sanchez, his line today, oh, he was absolutely magnificent. That's just to say the least. He goes a complete game shutout on 101 pitches. Got a lot of ground ball outs today, and is now 6-3 on the season. His ERA just got down to what is now a 2.41, 9 strikeouts, 3 hits, no walks, and a complete game shutout by Sanchez. A week after, this guy got extended. And this is what he does. Good stuff, man. He is a stud now. He has the 9th best ERA in all of Major League Baseball. Unbelievable. He's out there with his translator being interviewed by Tom McCarthy and John Kruk. Can you believe it, man? In the month of July, he's pitched 33 innings. He hasn't allowed a homer, and he's just allowed 6 earned runs and has 23 strikeouts as well. That's insane. Mom is happy. That's good. How do we describe this one today, man? One word is Sanchez. Yep. For sure. All right, that's cool. Great game, man. I know that the Phillies didn't get a lot of runs today. First career complete game shutout for Cristopher Sanchez. And he was great. Look, not all the time are the Phillies going to get offensive production. Tonight, they really didn't need it. They needed Cristopher Sanchez to be perfect, and he was. And Cristopher Sanchez answered the bell. I know it's just one game. But I'm telling you, I feel something a little bit different with this team. Doesn't matter who goes down. Somebody steps up And for the first time, the Phillies actually have 4 guys on the mound who can pitch at least 7 strong innings. I feel good. If Bryce and Schwarber miss time, this team still has pitching. And it's not like that they can't win games, man. It's not like they can't win games because they absolutely can. Next man up mentality, man. And Johan Rojas, unsung hero today. Getting that insurance run was huge. Do you realize how big that was? You extend a single into a double, you realize that the team is not scoring runs. This guy gets sent down because he's struggling offensively at the plate. And not only does he get a single, but he extends it to a double, goes over to third on a wild pitch, and then scores on the sac fly. That run right there was an extra 5 runs. That was clutch. He deserves love as well. And Bryson Stott, say what you want about him hitting, he did produce 2 runs today. So, I think it's awesome. I'm happy that this team, they battled through with the adversity that they've dealt with. Trey didn't even have to answer the bell today. Bohm didn't have to answer. It was Cristopher Sanchez, and that was pretty much it. But give Johan Rojas credit, and let's give Rob Thompson credit too, because remember, last year, we criticized this guy for pulling Cristopher Sanchez after having a no-hitter in 5 innings on 73 pitches. What does he do? He says, you know what? You're our guy now. And he has him pitch a complete game shutout. Great. So, good stuff by the Phillies. I just want to make sure I give Johan Rojas the love that he deserves to, because that was big. That was clutch. So, good for him. Good hustle play. And, yeah, man. All right. Clemens on first was good, too. Yeah, Clemens did his job today. Intelligent base running, and it was much needed. So, all right. All right. I will catch you all on the next one. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon, 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Aaron Nola Day. It's Nola Day, baby. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out, man. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out. I feel good after this win. I do. I feel good. The offense didn't have a good day, but that wasn't really needed. You just needed Cristopher Sanchez to be stellar, and he was. All right. Good stuff by you, JJ. You were a joy to listen to. Thank you, man. Thank you, guys. Flyers pick is in. Oh, wait, I want to hear what the Flyers pick is. Jeff Lachenko. Huh. Jeff Lachenko was just picked by the Flyers. Jeff Lachenko. High motor forward with natural abilities, according to Dobber prospects, and a knack for middle drives. He's a center, but projects as a top 9 energy winger. Interesting. They take a center, but not Hellenius. It's the speedy, fast, rising Lachenko. Got serious wheels and was flying up draft boards. Didn't expect him as a pick at 12 or 13, though. That's wild. Okay. Good stuff, man. All right. I love you all to death. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Lila Tove, another Phillies win in the books, man.